Now, creating a world simulation is not a new concept. Even a sentient one has been attempted over and over. For the public, these often came in the form of video games. The problem with these models is that they have to be constantly changed and upgraded. Every time there is a major event, new trend, or change in the real world. The sentient world simulation
with this information as well. Most professionals have no intention of harming anyone. They are only practicing what they have been taught. Many dentists have quickly changed their minds about fluoride once they have learned the truth about it. Finally, really think about why those in charge, who know full well what this chemical does, are putting it in our water. Use this same questioning when looking at other
does this automatically. So what this is a synthetic mirror of the world we live in. Not a piece of it, but the entire world. And this program constantly recalibrates the simulation based on real-time world events, trends, theories, economics, industry, almost everything you can.
Perceptions we have been fed. If you have yet to notice, we are in the midst of a mass awakening on this planet. Many are beginning to uncover truths about our world and why things are the way they are. Many are also beginning to realize the biggest deception of all. Bigger than fluoride, economics, education,
think of that would contribute to an accurate model. Not to mention the individual pieces of data on every single person represented in the simulation. So to put this in perspective, what this is a digital clone of our world and everyone in it.
religion, and so forth. The biggest deception we have been told is that we are a body and a mind, and that's it. There's nothing more and nothing else to our reality. The truth is, you are much more. So much more that if we figured it out, the game would be up for those in charge. This is precisely why our water is full.
Jade came from a 3-part software program, and that program was called Jade. And essentially there's a data dump, there's an analyzing program, and then there's a war chest style program that takes all the data that funnels into it at all times and analyzes it and breaks. It down to exactly the meaningful info that is then deployed to people in the field. One thing about Jade 2.0, which is what we're at right now, is Jade 2.0 isn't using traditional computers. It's using very small, complex, little
In case you find these videos useful, please share them with others so we can help them too. subscribe and hit the bell icon for more videos and updates.
Machines. It is a quantum style computer, and that's something that hasn't been done on a war front that I know of. And a lot of times when you're talking quantum computers, you're talking thousands of processors.
Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Peace.
Onto a space that you can't even see. It's so small. The military has finally come up with an answer. How do you listen to the world's data and analyze it and have the computing power to do it all in real time? With quantum computers, you can do that. That in itself is a lot that's coming at us.
Cavities in his patients.
Drinking water with fluoride in it does not have any beneficial effect to the teeth whatsoever.
And San Antonio's Metro Health Department studies appear to back that up. After 9 years and $3 million of adding fluoride, research shows tooth decay hasn't dropped among the poorest of Bexar County.
But without the quantum computers in the mix, they would never ever have the processing power to be able to pull off a war based upon real-time information delivered directly to the soldiers' hands in the field instantaneously. Essentially, what we're up against is we're up against a software program that's
these children. It has only increased, up 13% last year. 1 out of 2 children in the Head Start program who were checked for cavities had some. Also on the increase is fluorosis, or staining of the teeth. Drink a lot of fluoridated water and you run the risk of these permanent splotches. In fact, fluorosis is up 41% across the nation.
going to know us far better than we ever know ourselves. To the point, they even have modules that predetermine what somebody is about to do based upon past logging of all the historical data they've already collected. All
It's so prevalent, the Centers for Disease Control warns parents about mixing baby formula with fluoridated water, a warning that is at odds with the ADA.
Our diet is such that we need everything that we can do to prevent tooth decay. The bad news is you might have a little light spots on your teeth, but the good news is you're not going to have any cavities.
But recent studies from the Centers for Disease Control say
our patterns are easily seen. So the first phase of Jade Helm, on top of getting all their equipment deployed across the United States in very strategic locations, is literally finding where are the enemies, what are we doing, and the reason they're keeping everything so secretive is so that we are exposing ourselves by every time that we send a text and talk about Jade.
there's no clear evidence that adding fluoride to water does anything. And even one of the ADA's own researchers has concluded that fluoride, at best, works when it is applied topically to teeth. In 2006, the National Academy of Science reported that even at low levels, ingesting fluoride increases bone fractures and contributes to diabetes, brittle bones, and thyroid dysfunction. Dr. Laura Presley says she learned that the hard way.
About 10 years ago, I was diagnosed with hypothyroidism.
With the diagnosis, she began taking a regimen of drugs to control it. Thyroid disease is not something that runs in her family, so Presley investigated.
And I do have fluorosis in my teeth.
Helm, every time that we talk about resistance, every time that we talk about this isn't the right thing to do, almost instantaneously, the artificial intelligence software, Jade 2.0, filed on you and me and whoever it is they are after. So Jade 2.0.
Migraine medication, I was on allergy medication, I was on thyroid medication. I take no medications at all today. And that is shocking because I was on so much 3 years ago.
This compound that the city's on is actually many times more toxic than lead. It's nearly as toxic as arsenic.
In Austin, fluoride opponents have taken their fight to City Hall. They want a warning label at least on the water bill that mirrors the warning that comes from the company. It's a first step, they say, in joining the 250...
Some people have a deep, abiding respect for the natural beauty that was once this country. And some people don't. People start pollution. People can stop it. Write for Pollution Booklet Box 1771, Radio City Station, New York.
Very